As early as I can remember, I've always had a ball at my feet.
Oluwaseyi score!
With the 17th pick in the 2022 MLS Super Draft, Minnesota United selects
I lived in Nigeria where they breathe soccer over there. Everyone dreams of being a professional, but with the way everything was structured, there was no clear path to get there in Nigeria. It wasn't until I moved to Canada where, surprisingly, that path kind of became a lot more clear and a lot more possible. My mother and father decided that they wanted a better life for us, and they realized that there were more opportunities for us if, as a family, we moved to Canada. We didn't want to leave when we left Nigeria, because that was everyone we knew, our whole families, our friends. And after the first year, which was fairly tough adjusting and being in a completely new environment and culture, then you see all the opportunities that my parents had been talking about. My seatmate in the 5th grade, his dad was a coach of a team and he played on that team, and they were like, oh, let's just invite Tani out for a training session maybe like a month after I got to Canada. And then I played a game with them and I did really well in the game, and it was kind of just took off from there. And I was privileged enough and lucky enough that I went to a few showcases where St. John's eventually saw me. They offered me a scholarship. And then the rest is history, I think.
Oluwaseyi score! Just like that, St. John's on top.
The draft for me was really nerve-wracking, and I don't really get nervous often, but going into it, I hadn't played my senior season because I had to get knee surgery in the summer. And I was watching with my whole family. We all had our phones out watching it at the same time, and we were all at different points. So it kind of happened where the teams who I had spoken to, they all either passed on their pick or picked somebody else. So at that point I was getting a little bit dejected and I was getting down, and my dad could notice it. And then Minnesota's pick came up and I just hear my dad start yelling and jumping up, and I was like, what's happening? What's going on? And then Mark said my name out.
Minnesota United selects Tani Oluwaseyi.
That's when the phone blows up and everybody is, congrats, yeah. And I remember, I haven't seen my dad cry often in the last 22 years, but he hugged me and he was crying and he was like, I'm so proud of you. It was a surreal moment, and it was one of those moments that you'll never forget. Just looking back on it and like, okay, I made my dad proud. I've seen the sacrifices that my parents have made for me, and just seeing how hard they've worked to give us a better life, the least I can do is attempt in my small way, whatever it may be, to repay them back. And I'm gonna spend the rest of my life and their lives trying to do just that.
Incredibly unselfish from